Our pug vanished from our yard, and all signs pointed to my sister-in-law and her friend. Now we've recovered him, exposed the truth, and are evicting her for betraying us. Plus one update. Hello everybody. We live in Boise, Idaho. Last week my wife's pug Banjo was missing from our backyard. My wife hung up flyers everywhere, and through social media the search for Banjo has been shared throughout multiple states. We have retrieved tons of calls about sightings of a wandering pug near where we live. We've checked and it haven't been Banjo. At little background. My wife's sister, who is living with us at the moment, has expressed her hate that our dog sleeps in a doghouse outside during spring, summer and warm days in fall. She believes he should be an inside dog and has always hated that he sleeps in a doghouse. My wife always has her dog inside during the day, but most night he sleeps in his doghouse outside. Anyways, our dog went missing last Saturday morning and the gate was open. We 100% saw him sleeping outside the night before. Apparently my wife's sister's friend posted to social media with a picture of a brand new pug she got, which happened to be the night before he went missing. When my wife went to look, the friend and sister-in-law blocked her from their social media. We had someone else try and look to see if it was him, but the post was quickly removed, I guess. My sister-in-law's friend usually comes over to our house twice a month, so she knows the dog in our house. The friend hasn't posted any pictures of the dog, but apparently she named the dog Nacho, which sounds decently close to Banjo and would allow him to come to their call. My sister-in-law instantly gets quiet whenever we bring the Banjo up and is seriously acting suspicious as crap. There are some other personal details regarding why we believe she would take them. The sister-in-law and friend are both around 19 and act very immaturely. My wife thinks they are keeping the at the friend's boyfriend's house. We found out where he lives and my wife wants to go on a stakeout to see if we can see if it's in there before contacting the police about it. I want to confront the sister-in-law about it, but my wife is worried if we do she will tell her friend to move the dog somewhere else to stay out of trouble. My question is, if they really did steal our dog, what can we do about it? Also, any advice would be greatly appreciated. My wife has been so upset this last week and I just want to find her dog. I have a feeling my sister-in-law did take him and give him to her friend. I just don't want to take action without full-blown proof. We have multiple pictures of Banjo to compare and see if it's him, and also have proof of when we purchased the dog and also the social media post about him missing. I just want to find him and will be upset if they really did this to us. Thank you for reading. Update, 2 days later. Boise, Idaho. Here is an update since my last post. My wife got her friend to confront the friend and her boyfriend who they thought took him. They were recording the whole interaction. The friend and her boyfriend pretended they had no idea who my wife was, even though the girl has came over to our house multiple times over the years and is best friends with my wife's sister. Our dog Banjo was at the door when they answered. After my wife's friend confronted them and told them they were going to get the police involved, they slammed the door in her face. My wife talked to a cop but was told they couldn't do anything that night since the couple that took our dog lived in the next by city. My wife gave them information about it all and gave them the girl's number who took the dog. The cop called her and left a voicemail after she didn't answer. The cop then called my wife and told her to go to their house with the cop on the line. They then acted like they didn't have a dog, even though they just saw the dog when they first confronted them. The cop told my wife to leave the house because the girl wouldn't even come to the door to talk to my wife. The cops told my wife they will call her back once the girl responds to the cop's voicemail. 10 minutes later, the girl who stole the dog texted my wife saying they will give her Banjo back as long as they don't involve the cops. Sketchy. They met up with them and got Banjo back while being cussed out for stalking them and finding where they live. Banjo is now home and I've never seen my wife so happy with tears of joy. As for my wife's sister, who is currently living with us and was a part of the whole process, is playing dumb and acting like she didn't know about it until a couple days ago. We will be having a sit-down discussion with her once she gets home and will be giving her an eviction notice on when she needs to be moved out. I will let her know and will be recording the whole conversation as well as writing an eviction notice document. My wife is beyond upset she would be betrayed by her sister, especially after we were only charging her $50 a month on rent with her own bathroom, letting her use our car to get to work and even feeding her, so she could save up for a vehicle for herself. As much as I hate being mean to people, I can't allow her to live with us any longer and will be cutting off letting her use the car today. I just really hope she learns a lesson from this, just as much as I have. Thanks everyone for the advice and opinions. We really appreciate it. Now on to my next updated. I've read every comment you guys wrote and I completely agree with you all. First off, I've never really had a dog before because I am not an animal person, sadly. My wife on the other hand is the biggest animal lover I've ever met. She would literally adopt every animal she has come across if she could. I wasn't aware pugs had such issues sleeping outside, even if he slept in an insulated doghouse. Some more background information is we didn't let him sleep outside until 2 months ago. He would be inside all day until around 7 p.m. and sleep in his doghouse. Around this time, the outside temperature was averaging 70 degrees outside. Another piece of information I've learned is my wife has actually gave Banjo his worming shots and that tick stuff you give a dog. We live in a subdivision with a decent sized gated backyard. So I wasn't worried about animals attacking him. Because of the feedback you guys have given me, I have talked to my wife and we will be making Banjo an inside dog from now on. We will also be making sure he gets taken to the vet and get all of his shots and checkups. I apologize if I upset anyone about the way we treated Banjo. I didn't put enough effort into thinking about his sleeping and veterinarian needs. I am currently in the process of potty training our 2.5-year-old son and have been putting more effort than anything else making sure he is learning and using the potty. So we will be working our hardest to give Banjo the best life he can. My wife loves him more than anything and treats him as another son. I've honestly never seen anyone love a dog as much as my wife loves and treats Banjo. He is super happy and excited to be home, and my son gave him a big hug as soon as he got here. Thank you again for everything you guys have helped me with. Advice, thoughts and your opinions. I will work my hardest to make sure we can be the best dog owners we can possibly be. I'm just glad he is home. Thank you guys again.